Hey, Dad, will you turn that down just a hair?
Yeah, you want to turn it off?
You can keep it on, but just really,
Tell me where you want it, and if you want it.
just,
at all.
just the light. Are we in the meeting?
It says it's recording, so yes.
No, but I'm. Yeah. I think we are.
And so, I don't know.
She needs to mute. Oh, you know what? You can mute everybody.
How do I do that?
Manage participants right there.
Okay.
And then mute all
She's on mute
right
now.
there.
She's already on mute.
Yeah, she just muted, but you do want to mute everybody. I think you are on mute now. Did you click it?
Oh, I've got to get that to not do that. So. How do I end that? Cancel. So Marion's here. Okay. Hey, Marion. And Sarah, can you guys, let's see, I wonder, I guess they've got themselves on mute. Hey, Katie. How you doing, Katie?
Hey, Akasha.
Good to see your smiling face.
Good to see you too.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I'm only sort of going mentally insane being stuck in my house teaching.
Just a little bit?
Just a little bit. So much so that I did this.
Oh my Lord, look at that. You're ready
That's
for spring.
fun.
Springtime is here. We got
Yeah.
flowers in your hair.
Yep.
I think we've got Marion here too. Hi,
I am
Marion.
figuring it out.
Can you hear me?
I do.
Yep.
Oh, good.
And then there's Sarah. It looks like Lindsay. And Howard. So you guys can choose to, I guess, keep your video on or your video off, but we'll probably mute as people come in, once we start the class, I'll probably mute and say this again. This is my first rodeo, so you'll have to forgive me if I don't know how to do everything right the first time here.
I don't think we do either.
It's been a week of Zoom for me, so I'm getting a little pro level. So you let me know.
I wish you were sitting right next to me like we normally are. It'd be a lot easier.
Uh-huh.
Use the young brain here for sure. That's very cool. So your classes are happening at the university right now. Everything is online. Students, you had to make a whole new curriculum for that?
I could have, but I chose to be nice to my students and not do that.
Ah,
I kept the class relatively the same, and I set up Zoom meetings for them to do weekly check-ins with me. And then I'd made a whole bunch of YouTube videos of my lectures, and I was not a fan of that, but I did it anyway.
wow.
So if you want, you can go learn the second half of Intro to Psychology on my YouTube page that I have now.
Oh, nice. And it's open to the public. Very cool.
Uh-huh.
Very cool. You're going to have a new trade here. You didn't even know it.
I quickly adapted to new technologies and the ability to make YouTube videos.
Wow. I think this is recording too. I don't know how
It is.
I don't know how it turns out, but it says it's recording. And maybe we could put it on YouTube once we get back there. Who else just joined us?
Howard's trying again.
Howard's trying again. And then I don't know where Howard and Lindsay are.
They're both trying to connect to audio. It looks like he got it.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Akasha, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, Howard.
Hey, you remember me from Guatemala?
I totally remember you, man. How's your daughter?
Good, good. She's the one who told me about this. She actually emailed me or texted me the other day. And she said, you might want to do this. I said, I sure would. And yeah, I think last time we saw each other was Satnam Festival, Joshua Tree.
That must have been like, what, how many years ago was that? A couple?
That was a couple, 2-3 years ago now.
Yeah. Well, welcome. Where are you living these days?
In Illinois, northern Illinois, 20 miles or so north of Chicago.
And you guys are kind of in your home social distancing lockdown there too, or?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, we've been our state and our governor has been pretty firm. Our city village, our mayor has been very firm and sent out some very strong emails. People weren't, letting their kids play outside and stuff. So they really kind of cracked down. They said they're going to have law enforcement, cite people, and if they aren't following the rules. And yeah, but for my wife and I, we work out of our home, so we're at home a lot anyway. But this is a little more than usual.
Yeah, with the whole world locked down, and you're concerned about picking up a box outside your house. Yeah, it's a little different.
Right. How are you doing? How are you and your family?
We're great. So she's here. This is my girlfriend. I don't think you met her back in the day.
Howard.
Hello.
And then my father's here. I'm doing well. I'm in California. My farm and the studios back in Birmingham everything's kind of closed down right now. But
Right.
as you can see, we're trying to do something here online for ourselves and keep everybody integrated and communicating. I actually think this is, in some ways, it's pretty cool now. I mean, I get to see you for the first time in years. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. So like I said, I was kind of looking forward to this, and I'm glad my daughter found this out. So yeah, I'm trying to adjust my video here so I'm in the screen. I don't know if this is better.
I'm gonna, I think anybody, so I see who else has just joined. We've got Samantha. Hi, Samantha. And we've got Valerie. She's got her mute on. Hey, Samantha. Oh my gosh. Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hey there. Are you up in Oregon?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Awesome. You look great.
Yeah. I'm excited for this. This is going to be fun.
I'm so excited too. I'm a little nervous because I've never used all this technology. You know, like my brain has to be in linear and it has to go a lot of different directions right now. Usually I just kind of zone out and do my own thing.
Well, good luck.
Well, thank you. Let me just see real quick. I'm going to keep going through who else may be here. Franny. Hi, Franny. How are you doing? I think she's...
Her audio is connecting. You got to give it a second.
And then Emily. Valerie. Oh my God. There you are. Hey, Valerie. Yes, you, Val.
Hi guys, how are
How you
you?
doing? Who, me?
Well,
Who's the
with
handsome
my
guy
body
beside
clock,
you?
there are two of us.
Who's the handsome guy next to you?
So this is Richard,
Hey, Richard. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Welcome.
you.
Akasha, and Soshi.
Hi, Akasha and Soshi.
This is
Thanks
the
for
first
joining
time.
us.
This is how you drag people into Kundalini.
They can't go outside and they're stuck in their house. There's nothing else to do for 2 weeks.
So
I'll
thank
try
you.
anything now. Just let me do something else than read and look at the news.
Actually, a minute ago he said, "I thought we were just breathing."
Oh no, there'll be a little bit more than breathing today. Sorry, Richard.
Oh my gosh, hello. It's so
Hey,
good to see
Carrie.
you. Woohoo.
What's going on there? Are you Colorado bound?
I'm in Colorado. There's snow out there. I don't know.
House together.
Can you see the snow?
It looks like looks like a jacuzzi out there or something.
Oh, I wish. Hi, Soshi.
Great to see you. Your place looks great.
Thank you.
Hey, Akasha, what part of California are you in?
We're outside of Ventura, Santa Barbara area.
Okay.
Actually, a farm is in Ventura. And, our apartment, our condo is up in outside of Santa Barbara, a little north of Santa Barbara. So it's beautiful. It's a beautiful sunny sky outside. It's not snow. It's probably about 65 degrees. It's perfect outside, but we can't really go out and enjoy it. So we're kind of here. Let's see who else is here. Tara. Hey, Tara. Oh,
Hello?
Lord, wow. What's
Hi.
going on?
How are you?
I'm good. Are you in Austin?
No, I'm in St. Louis.
St. Louis, look at those blossoms behind you.
I know, isn't it
Wow.
fantastic? Yeah. Yeah, I moved here in October. It's been a road.
I'm sure. Probably going to continue to be one.
Yep.
What is, so are those dogwoods? What are those back there?
I think it's Bradford pear, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fantastic. There's 3 of them right here. I live by a beautiful park. I no longer have trails real close to me, but at least I'm real close to a park. So
It looks like you've got some sun going on too. That's good. You're getting out in the spring.
yeah. Yeah, it's the only thing keeping my sanity. Is that
Oh,
Soshi
good.
back there?
That's Soshi back there, yeah.
Hi.
Good.
How are you?
How are you?
Good to see you.
You too. You look all bright and
Wait.
vibrant, and all the flowers are like a crown behind your head.
Thank you. Aw.
There's a few other people that have joined, but if you're on, Emily, you can hear us okay. Just give me a thumbs up or something. And Sarah, if you're good, let us know and make sure you guys can hear me. I'll probably, once we get started, I might ask everybody to mute unless they want to ask a question. Franny, you're good too?
Finally.
Yeah. Oh, wow, you're outside too. Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you at the studio by chance?
I'm in Avondale Park.
Oh, it's so close to the studio. That looks like the back wall to our place. Oh my God. Well, good to see you. This is like a catch up with everybody, you know, and you don't get to go to a studio or get to do anything. Well, we could just do this online. It's awesome.
And that's good. I get to see one of my Austin teachers tonight too. It's
Oh, really?
a coming home process. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh no, it's my pleasure. It helps me too. It helps all of us, I think, to stay connected and kind of commune in this, because it's a little unsettling in a lot of times right now. So this is a good way to get back into our center.
Love it.
Lindsay, can you hear us okay? She's not behind you, Katie.
I'm moving out of the sun for a little bit. I'm getting a little rosy.
I think we might have lost it. Lindsay, you're good? Okay. I think we'll go ahead and start up here. If everybody is settled in, let me know if you're not. There's a few other people signed up. Stella? Wow.
I moved to California, but now I can practice with you guys.
Oh my God, I love the background.
You know what that is?
Oh, I have no idea what that is. Tell me.
Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe, is that where you're at?
No, I'm in San Francisco. I'm stuck in my apartment.
That looks so cool.
Very cool, Stella. And everybody's good? Your son is good?
Yeah, my son and daughter are in the other room. I kicked them out because I need some sanity.
And what brought you, when did you go to San Francisco?
I moved here 2 years ago to start a new job, and I grew up around here, so I came home.
Well, you're not far. When this thing kind of like settles down and you want to drive down to Santa Barbara, that's where I'm at. So
Nice.
we'd come down here and walk on the beaches, bring the kids. So it's so good to see you. And I love the background. That helps. That's my girlfriend back here, that's one of her favorite places is Lake Tahoe. That's like her dream to be at when she's having a place to go that she wants to just vacation at. So.
Well, you should come. It's not that far from us.
No, she's from the Bay Area. That's actually where she moved down here to be with my stinky self. So, let's see, who else? Anybody else here?
Angela's trying to get on. She didn't get an email.
Angela's trying to get on?
Yeah.
You want to send her an email?
Okay, yeah.
Akasha, Sarah's joining us.
I think she's on.
Yeah, I see her on. Her sound and video's off, but anyhow.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Sarah,
Hi.
how are you doing?
I'm doing so well. How are you?
I'm good too.
Good.
Where are you at these days?
I'm in Denver.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
We got two Colorado folks here.
That's right. Represent.
Did you get her? Okay, cool. We got one
Hey,
more
Katie.
person. Who was that?
I saw Katie.
Okay.
Hey.
We got one more person joining and then we can get rolling here. And if for whatever reason, I guess if you get logged out or you can't hear me or something, just let me know and we'll start back up again. Just pop back in. I guess I'll keep this thing open. If I get logged out, I'll pop back on too. You guys can hear me fine?
Mm-hmm.
And if I step back and sit back here, it's okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, let me begin by just saying thank you to all of you for coming out and willingly come out and join us and share with us and support the studio and also support ourselves. It definitely means a lot to me. I don't usually get nervous teaching, but I got a little nervous figuring out how we're going to do this through the internet like this. And my computer's making a little dinging noise. I thought I turned everything off. Hold on one sec. A little more technology here than my head is used to. Oh my God. Hey, Angela. Did you just come in from Nevada?
Preston.
Hey, Preston.
Hey, Preston. Aw.
Welcome. Okay. I'm going to keep it like that. I think that works better. Then we can
Make it full screen.
make it full screen.
There you
Okay.
go. Oh, I guess you can't do it.
So then I
full
can't see
screen.
everybody.
Yeah.
Let me do that back again. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Okay. So I can't see myself, which is great. Not in a spiritual realm, but on a physical, in a video realm. I have no idea what you guys are seeing right now because I can see you guys, which is awesome. So let me know if you can't see us, and if you feel like there's a lot of background noise behind you, please definitely mute. And then if you have questions, just unmute and let us know. Going back to what I'd like to share, and I think all of us are kind of doing this together right now, is what do we deal with this unease? Maybe some of you are feeling completely joyful and everything is relaxed and you're in your little bubble. But for me these days, I've been feeling a sense of, it's kind of like a vibration that's a little bit more, I would almost call it an anxiousness, and a sense of wanting relief. And a lot of it has to do with just because of the unknown. And one of the things I think we can share with each other, which does bring a sense of relief, is that we're all in this together. They're really, it's bringing us, even though physically we may be separated. Like just even yesterday, I had a neighbor walk by who usually is kind of grumpy with me. And he was walking his dog by, and he actually stopped about 20 feet away and began talking to me, and that's never happened in the last 2 years I've lived here. So I feel like there is this sense of connectedness that's happening.
Hey,
They can
Thomas,
begin to develop.
Mute everybody.
Yeah, if
You should mute
I can mute it. I can do that real quick. Let's see here.
It's right at the
Thank you,
bottom
Carrie.
of the list of all people.
Where's Sweepy?
Right at the bottom of the list right here. Right there.
Oh, you're on it. Okay, I'm muting you guys. Can you hear me still? Thumbs up? Okay, cool. So this connectedness, it's actually happening externally for us, but on a grander picture, what I think COVID is doing, or this virus is doing on a larger scale, is asking us to slow down and to connect back into what's truly where our source of connectedness is. And we can begin to share and help that with our neighbors and with ourselves. As we find that connectedness more within ourselves, we can then begin to extend that to others. And like I said, just this neighbor just yesterday telling me, wanting to actually ask about how I'm doing. I mean, it's kind of remarkable to me. For 2 years, he's just kind of walked by with his head down and very busily gone on his way. And yesterday he literally made an attempt to connect with me and ask me how my father was doing, ask me how Sushi was doing. And it just dawned on me again, like what we're all really truly going through here. Yes, there's a sense of uncertainty, but where is our certainty? And our certainty lies within. And that certainty lies within each one of us. As we connect more to what truly is our nature, our essence, we'll be able then to extend that first to ourselves, so that the vibration, that rhythm that we're experiencing, it ripples out and begins to create a peace. And I think that's really what all of us are seeking right now, is a sense of relief. Maybe we want it to go back to the way it was. Maybe we really want it to change, but inevitably it is changing. And we have the uncertainty of not knowing how that will change. But the one thing that is certain is that connectedness that we have, that we can begin to develop, that's already naturally within us, if we can develop that and make it kind of a very malleable and connectedness that we, like this morning I rose up and really the first thing I did was connect to my heart. And I laid in my bed for a few minutes. I mean, I didn't have to be in an office. I had extra time. And I started to connect with my heart and really ask myself, you know, what do I need at this moment? And how can I fulfill that need? Because we're not getting it from the government. I mean, we are in some ways. It's pretty amazing also what our government is doing right now and extending out to help small businesses and those that are employed. I mean, I've never seen this in my lifetime, and I'm applying for it for both of our businesses to get us through the next few months. So that's beautiful. But I think if we're looking for reassurances that our government is going to, you know, save us or someone else is going to save us, I think the answer is being put back at us that really we've got to find this within ourselves. And from that, we're that connectedness, we're going to begin to get that relief. And I also hearing from other people talk about how they're just naturally seeing our waters begin to clear up, our air begin to clear up. I mean, yet we haven't completely shut down everything, but it's amazing how just the amount of transportation and just moving from point A to point B, having that come to not a screeching halt, but just a necessity, how that's beginning to clean up our environments. And in some ways, we've got to heed to this call. I mean, that is what that's what this time is asking for us to hear, is listen to what Mother Nature and what the universe is asking of us. And it is asking us to slow down. It is asking us to check into what really is truly, you know, important in our lives. And I think we're beginning to all reassess that. I know I'm scrambling in my own way to still produce enough salary for the people that work for me. So there is this kind of still angst of how am I going to, with no sales happening, how am I going to make sure people get money? And the government is helping us with that. So, but as these loans get out and we can settle back into more of this routine that we're in and come to an acceptance, a surrendering, if you might want to say, again, we'll bring ease to the situation. And really trusting and knowing in this moment, even though our stocks may be falling, our retirements may be going lower and things like that are also adding stress to us. There's also this understanding that we've always been provided for and we will continue to be provided for, and staying in the moment. Like in this moment right now, I'm breathing. In this moment, I'm supported by the earth below me. In this moment, some of you may even have a beautiful sun shining on your back. And that's always there for us. It's never left us. It's always been there with us, and it will continue to be there. So that's my opening remarks. And today's set, back in December, I caught a pretty bad cold. And it seemed like everyone that I was working with had this cold. Soshi and I had it. It got into our lungs. And then, of course, when COVID came out in January and February, I was like, maybe I got that. Because I had never had a flu like that, but I didn't have the fevers and stuff. So anyways, I began doing this lung set. And I taught it even at New Year's down in Guatemala that we had back in December and January. And I just continued it, not even I did it to kind of get my lungs stronger, because I really did have this stuff stuck in there in the chest and lungs. And I continue to do it even this last 2 months now that COVID's come out. So it's a great immune builder for the lung system. And then I'd like to offer 2 meditations that I've been doing recently to help, one, bring about more presence and to connect us in that moment that we're in as we sit here, and also one a little bit more on fear. And feel free to do, if some of you have never done, I know there's maybe a few people who've never done Kundalini Yoga. If that's the case, feel free to do as much as you can, as best as you can. And if you need to take a break or a rest or really don't understand what we're doing, just take a moment, and you can even text or ask, and I'll try to see if I can answer it through the technology, or just ask me a question, out loud if you wish. With that being said, does anyone have any questions at this moment before we begin? Oh yeah, I'll unmute it. One sec here.
Where's Al?
Where's Al? It's like Waldo. He's sitting in a chair and a couch not far from me. So my father we're going and doing the shopping. Hey mama.
Hey darling.
Hey. Wow, yeah, right. Mama got here too. There's mama. And there's Rex. Nice. So yeah, Papa's here. He's on the couch. He's resting, relaxing. He's enjoying all of Soshi's meals because we're doing a lot of meals now. So I think he's pretty actually happy with his little situation. He gets us here all the time until he gets bored with us. But no, he's good. He's healthy. Thank you for asking. Mama, I don't know when you joined, but did you just join us?
No, I've been here almost since the beginning.
Okay, wonderful. You look great, Mama.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's wonderful to see you.
He's waving. I don't know if you saw Howard there. There's a lot of folks up there, Mama, you've seen over the years.
Yeah.
So is there anyone that has any questions before we begin?
How long will our practice today last?
Can we do maybe like about 45 more minutes to an hour?
Yeah, I was just curious. I just didn't know if it would be like till 7:30 or so.
I don't know what time where you're at, but no.
I'm in a much different time zone than you guys.
Where are you right now? What time zone are you in?
I'm in New York. I'm on Eastern.
Okay, so it's 2:20, 5:20. Yeah, we'll be done before 7. We'll be done probably in an hour. So thank you, Emily, for asking. Anyone else have a question?
Are we going to leave video on?
You can. I'm going to definitely leave my video on so you can see
Well,
me.
yeah, you have to, but if mine gets unstable, I'm just going to mute it. But I'll.
Yes, and I can mute all you guys when we begin.
I want to see Preston though.
Special guest.
Preston.
He's coming back.
So those of you who are not familiar with a little simple tune in, we'll do an Om Namo. Oh, there he is. An Om Namo and a Gurudev Namo. Om is creation, and Namo is I bow, and Guru is the teacher, the Dev is the divine. So I bow to that creative life force and that divine teacher that resides in each of us. And we'll connect into that. So let's go ahead and I'm going to mute you. Well, yeah, I'm going to mute you guys because I don't think it will sound right. And you'll have to listen to me, even though Elizabeth, I would love to hear you. So Elizabeth, if you want, please, but I'm going to mute. I have to mute everybody here to make this work. Okay, here we go. We're going to tune in. We'll do 3 rounds. You want to hear it? Okay, we'll try it together. It may echo a lot, but let's see. So if you would, bring your hands to your heart. Take a big, deep inhale. Let's exhale through the mouth and make a ha sound. Inhale into your nose again. Exhaling out the mouth. And now inhaling, connecting into your heart. Exhale from your heart down into Mother Earth's heart. And let's ground into Mother Earth. Inhale from Mother Earth into your heart. And exhale. So we'll begin, we'll do 3 rounds of Om Namo Gurudev Namo. So inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And inhale deeply. And exhale. Good. Let your hands come back down. Bring your hands, if you would, to your knees. And begin spinal flex. So you'll inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I'm assuming you can see me. Inhaling, exhaling. If you can, go through your nose, inhaling through the nose, exhale through the nose. You can let your eyes slowly settle, close, and go inward. Maybe a little smile to your spine. Giving a little thanks to your spine. Keep with that. Let me get my charger. And inhale deeply. Hold your breath. And exhale. And now inhale, exhale. Take an exchange of breath. And you'll bring yourself, if you can, onto your hands and knees on your mat. And begin cat-cow. Have your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And begin slowly, again, flexing, arching and flexing your spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Opening up your chest. And as you inhale, lift your chest, arch your back, open your head and heart towards the sky. Looking up as you come up on the full inhale. And exhale, draw your chin back down towards your chest and rib cage. Good. That's got to feel great. Keep up with that. And inhale deeply, lifting your head and heart. Exhale, come back, shifting into child's pose, baby pose. So you'll just come settling back down onto your knees and shins and letting your sit bones come down by your heels. And take a few breaths here. Bowing down and surrendering to what is. Coming to an acceptance of what is. And we'll inhale, coming back up. And this first exercise that we do, we come standing. It's a bit invigorating. You're going to have your pinkies touching your thumbs like this. We call this Buddhi Mudra. Okay? And with our hands in this kind of like beak shape, thumbs and pinky fingers touching, we're going to make a very, probably need to do this. We're going to make our arms come up with an inhale. You try, see if you can see Shoshi. Inhaling, exhale. Inhale, exhale. It's almost like you're doing a back swim. That's it. And keep going with this. We're going to be doing this for a few minutes. So make it a little bit of a challenge for yourself. You can go at a rapid pace as you build up. We'll probably do about 4 or 5 minutes of this. Inhaling, open the chest and heart. Exhaling, let them come down. It's a strong breath. So we want the lung meridians, the heart meridian, the chest to fully open up. Loosen up the muscles, get the lymphatic system underneath our chest and breastplate. around our armpits. Let that whole lymphatic system get nourished and get circulation to it. That's it. So move, 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 move. It's not too slow unless you've had some injury or there's some stiffness there that you don't want to move through too quickly. But if you can, move through with some vigor, a big open sweep. That's it. Keep up with that. You can smile. Wow, there's some people really rolling through there. I have to like get a magnifying glass and get really close to the computer to see you, but I can see you. Well done. Keep up with that. Let that prana, let your breath fully energize you. One more minute this direction. So these last 30 seconds, let's speed up a little bit. The breath almost becomes like a breath of fire. And then inhale deeply. Exhale. And now you'll place your thumbs inside your palms. Your thumbs will come inside towards the mound of your pinky and wrap your hands around so you make like a fist. And we'll reverse it. Instead of doing a back stroke, we're going to do a forward stroke. So come forward with your arms. Again. Rapidly breathing. This time it's just a few minutes. It's not as long. Last 15 seconds. And big, big inhale. Stretch your arms up. And exhale. Stay standing. And on this next one, we're going to do we're going to add a sound, a mantra to it as we energize the navel center. So the movement is, it's kind of, make sure you can see what we're doing. You're going to actually fold forward. And the movement will be on a 7 count. So it's 7 what we call Hara. Each time we say Hara, H-A-R-A, Hara, Hara. And we're going to clap or bounce our hands against the floor, against the ground. So if you're outside, you're going to hit the earth, you're going to hit the floor 7 times with each Hara you're going to hit. On the 8th one, we're going to rise. And our hands will clap over our head with Hari. I don't know if you guys can see all that, but here it goes. We'll just do a demo of it. So it's 7 Haris. Hari, 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 Hari. Okay? Any questions about that? All right, let's try. I'm going to put the timer on and let's begin. So we come down together. Here we go. Hari, 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 keep up. Hari, 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 connect with Mother Earth. Hari, 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 with your navel. Hari, 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 Hari. 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 We got one more minute together. Hari. 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 15 seconds. Hari. 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 Inhale. Good job. Okay. Take a few breaths and come sitting back down. Wow. Nice job. Did you get your huddies out? All right. So Richard, are you going to survive? That might be the hardest, one of the hardest ones yet. Let's see here. All right, it's good, thumbs up. Okay. Now it actually gets a little harder, but this is for your tummy. Okay, you guys can all work your tummies. So we're gonna do, if you've got a way to maybe double up your mat, I'm gonna show you what, I don't do this, but it's something that Shoshi works for her tailbone. So she takes a second mat, or even your mat that's below you, and you double up. So you can have a good amount of support. You don't rub on your tailbone on the bottom of your mat. And that way you get the support you need and not have like a rug burn afterwards. We're just gonna do a few minutes of it, but it does tend to, especially when we've been doing this for, I don't know, a couple months now, right? So 3 months, she says, yes. It was a smile too, so it's okay. Look, it's still a smile. 3 months, okay. We've missed a few days. There's not been every day. There's been some loss there. So why don't you demo and I'll just talk, because I'm gonna try to get this screen to look towards you. So she's gonna lean back. So she leans back with her elbows bent, and you kind of tuck your tail a little bit. It's not like you're completely upright. And then you're gonna bring your legs up straight if you can. Did you already do this today? Okay, so there's an inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It's like doing a mini little sit-up or leg lift in this little range that we're moving in. Looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it, Katie? Okay, so can you guys see her okay? Thumb up, we're good? Okay, any questions? The breath is like a breath of fire. Okay, so it will become rapid. You can make it a rapid breath. Now the question is, if you get tired, what do you do? Feel free to let your legs come down, okay? If you need to rest for 10 seconds or something, it does work the hip flexors along with the tummy. And to me, that's the area that gets a little bit tired is not the tummy so much, the muscles, but the flexors in the hips. So if you need to let your legs relax for a minute, just not a minute because we're not there that long, but just if you need to relax for a few seconds, bring it down and come back up. Someone asked a question. Let's see here. Oh yeah, you know it. Okay, here we go. Legs come up, bend your elbows, and then begin moving. If it bothers your back, see if you can get yourself a little bit more support. You may even come down on some people even come down on their elbows, but ideally the knees aren't bending so much. Like the movement's happening more from the core, not so much just, you're not just trying to do this. Okay, it's actually a movement where the legs move with it. Good, keep going. I love this set. I mean, I started doing this, like I said, in December. This is the one exercise, and the next one that I don't particularly have the most fond ideas of, but it does seem to work. One of my goals, I'd never had, let's just say I got a little heavy around the sides from all the work I've been doing. Farming would have the opposite effect, but it's been having me in the office and a lot of driving and doing a lot of business. So both comments from Soshi and my father, I decided I needed to take on a set that would make my tummy work every day. So this is the one I've been doing, and it is working. So keep up. You're about 30 seconds left. Oh my God, 10 seconds. And now inhale, exhale, let it come back down for a moment. Now we come into this next move. That's not that much easier. It works the same area, but this time we'll cross our legs. So we're in this bent elbow and we'll move our legs like a crisscross, like so. Go ahead and begin. And this is the last thing that's hard. Everything else is downhill. And so she says it's easier for her to do it with her elbows. She's got her elbows down below. She's bent them and using her elbows for support rather than her hands. It's good to see all your legs wagging. It's pretty funny, isn't it? All I see is feet going back and forth. Pretty funny. And there's some hands too in there. Ooh, it's cooking now. So maybe about 20 more seconds. Almost there, 5 seconds. Inhale deeply. Woo, exhale. And let your legs come down and just sit cross-legged for a moment. Well done. So this next movement we do is our hands will be out in front of us. It's a relief from doing what we did with our legs. And we just crisscross. They alternate who's on top. And again, with a breath of fire. Again, working the heart meridian. So we move from primarily the digestive and navel center when we were folded forward doing the huddies, and then the leg lifts and the leg crosses, to now the heart and lung meridian. And you can let your eyes close and just go to the center of your heart. Like a big shining light of, like almost like a lotus light, a flower there. Just let that begin to blossom from your heart, back side, front side, in all directions. And then filling up your lungs with white light and expanding out and down. Just 10 more seconds. Big, big inhale. Hold, squeeze Mula Bandha. Bring the energy to your throat and to your heart. And exhale, let your arms come back down. We'll come sitting down into baby pose. If your head can rest on the ground, wonderful. If you need to place like a blanket between your calf and knee to give that space, you can make your knees a little wider, but see if you can get your head to relax or stack your hands and fists and place your forehead on your hands if you need to. And begin breath of fire here. This set is to bring you energy, vitality, to strengthen your digestive system, your immune system, and to bring circulation to the lungs and the navel center. If your head is supported by your hand, see if you can get a block or a pillow to put to support your head, and you'll bring your hands back by your sides. And now interlace your fingers to place them on the lower back, palms moving towards each other. Begin to lift your hands and wrists and fingers towards the sky and then back down. Continue breath of fire, up and down, like you're pumping your arms up and down. Interlace fingers though. Good. Opening your chest, letting the lungs and chest to continue to open with these interlaced arms and fingers. Big, big inhale. Exhale, let your hands rest down. And exchange your breath here, maybe 2-3 breaths, just long, deep Ujjayi breath. And if you would, take an inhale and please come sitting up. And you can come into cross-legged, like easy pose. And I want to introduce, it's actually part of this Kriya system, but we're going to add a few minutes to it. It calls for just a couple minutes. We're going to add like 11. And it incorporates a meditation I've been practicing for a number of years. Some of you who've taken classes from me recently would be familiar with it, but it's to just witness your breath. And I use a simple English mantra, internally vibrating and mentally saying this. It's an inhale I, exhaling am, inhaling here, exhaling now, inhaling in, exhaling this. And this is something I do for 10, 15 minutes every morning and try again in the evening to do. But when you're doing this and you're watching your breath, inhaling I, exhaling am, the mantra may just drop away, that's fine. When you do it though, and you catch yourself drifting into something that you're planning in the future, or something that you're remembering from the past, once you recognize that your thoughts are drifting off into these other space that's outside of being here, present, I want you to just smile, give thanks to that thought, and ask it to return to its origin. And then come back to your breath, inhaling I, exhaling am, inhaling here, exhaling now, inhaling in, exhaling this. Okay, so let's start. So close your eyes. And just inhaling, begin watching the breath, inhaling I, exhaling am, inhaling here, exhaling now, inhaling in, exhaling this, and notice how your sit bones are supported by the earth or the floor. Notice how your ribs are supported by your hips. Your shoulders are supported by your hips. Notice how your head is supported by your shoulders. And return to the breath, inhaling and exhaling. Notice when you begin to come into some future thought or past experience, give it thanks and let it return to its origin. Inhale deeply. And exhale and let yourself come down onto your backs and relax for a few minutes. Just fully fall into the earth and let Mother Earth support you, let the floor support you. You need a blanket or something to keep you warm. Roll the shoulders underneath you, let your feet and arms, hands just open up naturally. Again, feeling the support that you always have. One example of love is support. An accepting of who you are. The space we're in right now accepts us fully as we are. Accepts our body, our thoughts, our mind. There's no judgment of it. And that essence is who you are. Rest in that essence. When you fall asleep, you don't worry about not waking up. You trust, you know. In your waking moments, rest in that same essence that you fall into when you sleep. It is always there for you. Now inhaling, take a deep breath. Fill your belly, your ribs, your chest, full yogic breath. And then exhaling, and your chest fall, your ribs fall, your belly. Do this maybe 1 or 2 more times. Full deep breath. Full exhale. You can begin to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Roll your hands and roll your feet in circles. And stretch your arms up over your head. And stretch your toes, your feet, and your legs. And stretch your arms and hands and fingers. And then rub the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet together. And give yourself a big hug. And let yourself turn to one side, or however you wish to come back up sitting. You feel okay? Yeah. I feel okay. Welcome back. So this time for us that we have, I mean, once we get our affairs in order with adjusting to this new lifestyle, maybe if you have a business or having to just adapt yourself to still create revenue for yourself and for others, and becomes comfortable, you know, I think the relief will begin to settle in us, because we'll actually have more time to travel inward. Whereas in the past, we were able to, at least for me, I could jump from one flight literally to another and travel from New York back to California, and doing that, or Birmingham. And that was a couple times a month for me the last few years. And it was almost like a running from one place to the other. And Mother Nature's just said, no more. And that takes some adjustment. Some of you may already have been in that mode where you were, you know, pretty much homebound and content, and had a garden or something that you were already very involved with. But I think for many of us, it's been a transition. And that element that I talked about, you know, when you try to figure out how to fulfill yourself, it's almost like a circle, because the funny part is you're already fulfilling yourself. Like I mentioned about the idea of sleep. You don't worry about going to sleep. You just go, and you die in your sleep. I mean, you don't know whether you're going to wake back up or not. You don't know if somebody's going to tap you on your shoulder. There's not anybody else doing that. It's you. So when you're ready to wake from that sleep, you do. And you trust in that. So again, I think big lessons for us right now in this time is trusting that innate nature that's already in us, that is our source of fulfillment, is our source of relief. It can't be found. I mean, yeah, we can watch a lot of Netflix, you know, and we can get on the phone and Skype each other or Zoom each other. I didn't even know what the hell Zoom was until now. So we can do all these things, and they are a connectedness. But nothing can replace you. And that's the message I'm hearing over and over again. And I'm scrambling to try to replace something else other than me many times, and I fall flat on my face over and over again. And it doesn't mean we don't go out and fulfill our desires and our goals and everything. But again, that desire is instrumentally, it's coming from within you. And when you fulfill it, it's coming from within you. So is there any questions that you would like to, I mean, maybe I'm not like the all-knower guy here at all. Believe me, I think that we're all learning. We may be on separate islands right now, physically, but we're all in this together in this soup, and we're trying to figure it out together. And I welcome anyone to share or want to share or would like a question to please.
I want to share.
Please.
I'm Joshi's friend, Angela, for anybody else. And I have a friend in Slovenia who sent me a message today about how it's affecting their lives and their businesses and things. And he said, we're calling it the solidarity virus. and so he's diving into this whole concept of this solidarity, and yet we're all together in this, right? So we're all forced to go in, but if we're all actually going in, how powerful that will be, because we're forced to.
Yeah.
So it's I just appreciate the opportunity, and I thought that was such a beautiful, the solidarity virus. I thought it was really provocative.
Yeah, I mean, I posted something on Facebook that a friend of mine had written a couple of weeks ago about what if. And I mean, this virus is obviously creating fear, and there is there's reservations for many of us who, don't want to come in contact with it if we have any kind of complicated issues already around our lungs and chest. And I'm sure that there's a fear around, having that experience and not having the support we need. So it's real. I mean, there are people dropping their bodies left and right now all across the planet. But I think the overall message is it's asking us to seek that fulfillment within. And that the universe, we can get the message today, or it's going to come back and do it again very shortly. It's asked us to slow down. We'll probably go back to normal in a couple months and it'll come back again. Not this particular thing, but something else. It is the message of the times, and there's nothing to fear of it. Fear, we don't have to even get rid of the fear. All we have to do is love more. And that's what ends up encompassing the fear. The fear is bred from separation and an unknown and change. And one thing we can be rest assured of is we're constantly going to have change. The only aspect that doesn't bring that change is that true nature of you. It's the one that, that's why it's so comforting to go to sleep, because we fall into that understanding and faith that we're taken care of in our sleep. So, yeah, I think your friend is, it's something that we are all experiencing. Does anyone else have something they would love to share, or would have a question too? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you guys are all like beautiful souls. Got it all figured out. I will share another thing too. My sister, this is how strange it is for me. Like, she's always been kind of poo-pooed spiritual stuff and community stuff. And she sent out a week ago a request if whoever wanted to join her in creating abundance. And she was so I actually started something last night. If anybody would like to join that, they're welcome to jump on it. It's on a WhatsApp thing. And it's just a daily reminder. It was created by Deepak Chopra. And I love it in the sense that it is creating a daily community. So we're in this kind of like group on WhatsApp. And then I've had to, well, I won't give it all away, but anyways, I've got a group of creating abundance too. And I started it. So she started her group today. I started my group today. But one of the opening lines of that is, you are your source of abundance. And I really feel that in the depth of my heart. Like, that is it's the truth of that. And our greatest fear is recognizing that we are that source. Our greatest fear is actually realizing that we are our source of love. We are our source of abundance. We are our source of truth. We are our source of beauty. So that's the lesson that every human being, I think, is trying. whether you're a scientist or a philosopher and you want to know the truth of the matter, and that's about understanding. If you're an artist, you want to see the beauty. If you're a lover, you want to see the love and joy. So however you're experiencing it, it's there. And I welcome you to embrace that as much as you can. That's kind of my daily quest. And when I find myself looking for something outside to fulfill my abundance or fulfill my love or fulfill my beauty or my understanding, then I know to quickly go back to return to the source, and the source is in me. And the source is in you. So, anyone else like to share? Ms. Soshi, you want to share? You're good?
I'd love to share just a little bit real quick, if I may.
Please.
Personally, my experience, I've had a similar experience of I've felt like I've just been running, and I can't catch up. And I thought once I moved from Austin that would change, but of course, you know, wherever you go, there you are. And it's, I've been praying for time and space and more time and space. And then it's like, you know, my prayers have been granted. And then I felt this resistance to leaning into the stillness and that state of being versus doing. And in those first, I'm not working right now. I'm teaching maybe 2 to 3 classes a week virtually and just kind of figuring that whole aspect out. And there's this huge fear of not being supported and worrying about money and, you know, hearing my family wanting me to get a job at the local grocery store to make ends meet. And it's a big practice of discernment and a big practice of, okay, you're being granted this opportunity that you will likely never have again. And it's like shit or get off the pot, you know. It's time to go within. It's time to really look inside and see what's there, see what needs to be heard, see what needs to be seen and acknowledged and loved. And, you know, I have this inherent knowing that once I really do that work, you know, and it's not even once, that's the work. That's what it's all about. The rest is it's all taken care of. You know, that's that element of trust that I just keep, you know, redirecting to. I have to talk to myself like I talk to my niece. But that's the little girl inside that's wanting the attention. So I'm grateful for this container that I've been given. And though the first couple weeks were fraught with resistance, I'm embracing it, and I'm so thankful for you for providing this platform for us to come together and you know, it's grace, and thank you for sharing the practice with us and time and space. But thank you.
It's as much a joy for me. It helps me come back to what you just said. It's fulfilling that container. I mean, you put it in such a beautiful, elegant way. I couldn't say it any better. And I love even the beauty behind you. You have this like enormous aura of a tree behind you that is like unbelievable. It's almost like the tree is just, you know, I can't even explain it. It's blessing you with its love behind you. And I think that is what, you know, maybe by us slowing down a little bit and recognizing we already are that peace. We already have that understanding. We already are that love, because I think love is sometimes, our definition of love can be sometimes conditional, and in the sense that there has to be an outcome. And one of my definitions of love is just is. So whatever the moment is, it's not that we're trying to create some other moment. We're learning to be in this moment and vibrating that peace that's within this moment, because it's there and it's within inside us. And like the fear of not knowing, am I going to have enough money or job? I mean, I'm experiencing that for myself and with my business and with people that I'm employing. And I mean, I think so many of us are at our, you know, we're tapped out, you know, on a financial level. And I do believe we're going to be fulfilled. I do believe that we are being, in this moment, we are being taken care of. Things are going to change. We just don't know how it's going to change. And that's the frightening part. So, no, Katie, thank you. That is so beautiful what you said. You know, taking that time and that moment, taking this moment. And the thing is that all these things that stir up this unease or this, what would we call it? This need for relief. Those are, like, I had a talk with my friend outside. I mean, we all know this. It's already been taught. It's in the Buddhist teachings. It's in the yogic teachings. You know, his fiance just left, and she's like said it's over. And, you know, so he's compounded with everything that's going on in our world outside of us. He's lost his partner, or she's lost him in the relationship for now. And what I wanted to remind him was the fact that, you know, she's a teacher in this moment, and that teaching is where in himself can he provide that love. And the fact that he's going through this unease or this discomfort or pain, like we're all experiencing right now, there's an element of compassion and kindness that rises to the surface to comfort. And like you said, the little girl is being comforted by you. The mother in you is comforting you. The father in you is comforting you. So that is coming forward now. And, you know, it happens in relationships when we fall apart. And now it's happening, you know, economically, it's happening financially, it's happening, you know, physically to all of us. And in some cases, people are sick. It's happening to them because they're getting sick right now. So, you know, I just encourage all of us to remember that each of these troubles, these discomforts that come up, they offer us a moment to bring more loving kindness, more compassion, less separation, more connectedness. And that, first of all, starts with us, because what we've been doing so often in our lives is seeking out something outside, seeking another, seeking more money, seeking a new business opportunity, seeking travel, seeking moving. You know, we're constantly, oh, this, I do this, like you said, if I move here, it'll be different. So, anyone else like to share? Or?
I just want to thank you, Kash, for doing this and leading this. It's been such a treat, and I was really excited when I saw this, that you were going to do it. So if you do it again, please do write it again on Facebook or let us know.
I think we're going to do this right now during this, what do we call this time period? What is this, like lockdown, or I don't even know, social distance?
I call it lockdown.
Solidarity? What is those always called? We get all these names now. Every day we hear something different from Trump, so I don't know what it's called today. But I think we're going to continue this, you know, for the next few weeks. So we'll be meeting on Thursdays. I'm kind of blocking this time, and I have no idea when I'm going to teach next Thursday, but we'll, you know, I might even sometimes not do Kundalini. I might do a somatics, or I might do a workout. I might do a, you know, kind of a combination of Ashtanga and something else. I've been doing some crazy workouts because I have the time to do it. So I've been doing some stuff, and I could share that with you guys, and we could have fun. I might join you in those kind of things. So yeah, this will be a regular Thursday class. And again, if you don't have the money, it's okay. We don't either. So it's just enjoy it. You know, if you can't pay, it's okay. There's no hang up on that. We've got it so you can select, what was it? Select no class or no payment class. And then we've got it if you can pay with your class pass. so it's all good, and we're gonna keep being here. And there's also some other classes that we're offering through BHAMYoga. There's I think a couple days a week, Heather's meeting on Mysore. There's no talking, there's no communication. People just come together and practice Mysore like we're doing now without someone talking. So you're all just kind of there community-wise supporting each other. But thank you, Carrie. Yeah, it's my pleasure, my honor, and thank you and love to you and everyone here, because this is helping me just as much as it's helping you.
Thank you.
And I mean that from all of my heart.
Friends, Hershey.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Sarah. Definitely.
Akasha.
Akasha, this is Howard.
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother. Great to see the both of you. This was such a gift today. I'm glad you're going to continue to do this. I put in the chat about sharing the video. It looks like you're recording it. Can it be shared? I'd like to send it to my daughter.
Yeah.
Who's actually just south of you. She's in Huntington Beach.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's beautiful.
She's working, fortunately, all remotely. So can you share these?
I have to ask Heather and maybe Katie or somebody can help me figure it out, but it's recorded, and yeah, we'll share it. I'd love for anybody to be able to have access to this. This is not like some payment thing. You just, please, definitely. Thank you. We'll get it out there. Namaste. Well, I will sign off. As we used to say, may the long time, and we still say, may the long time sunshine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light guide your way on. Love you guys. Satnam. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, week, and feel free to reach out to me. I'm here. If you want to join this funny abundance group that we're doing, it's a fun little way. Some of you might have already be in it. I think, Carrie, you're in it. Some of you may have joined already this morning. So if you want to be in that, we just started today. It's just fun. Gives you a little exercise and hobby to do on abundance. Peace to you. Love to you. Satnam.
Love to you. Satnam. Satnam. Hi, El.
I don't want to say goodbye. I'm not saying goodbye. I'm just going to connect with you in spirit. Bye-bye. See you, Elizabeth.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Carrie. Bye, Mary. Bye, Mama. See you, Lindsay.
Hi, Linda.
I'll let you guys connect until I leave. I'm going to leave it on for a minute. Get a little water.
Hershey, how's your new job?
I got furloughed.
Oh, shit. I mean, sorry. I'm on candid camera now.
And now we're being recorded too. Can we stop the recording?
I can edit the video.
Okay, thanks. Like, there, I just stopped it.
Good job.